Yeah, I mean, tonight is just is the one game of this 3-game week that the group was challenged coming into this. We knew sort of that where we were at the beginning of the week. We made a commitment to push as hard as we can, and I think you saw a team again that has a lot of belief, is finding different ways to get results, and most importantly, you saw some players get some opportunities tonight that hadn't maybe featured as much earlier in the last couple of weeks, and their ability to step up was something that their professionalism and performance should be applauded.
Hey VJ, two big calls denied from the referee. Both goals from either side were disallowed. Were you given any explanation on either of those situations, and what did you see from your side?
Yeah, we haven't received any official, I would say, explanations. I think there's in the game tonight there was calls that went both ways for us and against us. I think with the offside call, I think there's potential interference by Sam Surridge. I'm not so sure that's the call that was made on the field, but when they went back and reviewed it, there's potential that that's there. We're a team and we're a locker room that talks about responding to adversity, training responses, not having emotional reactions to things, so this is part of the game. These decisions are made, and it's our job to respond and move forward. And I thought the team did well in that.
BJ, obviously you feel good about Gaines, Jonathan Perez, and Taylor to bring him in as starters tonight, for sure. But what is your take about their performance in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw Taylor have a huge impact right in the first couple minutes, and that just lets you know that somebody's ready to perform. That they're not, they respect the opponent, but they're not fearful of the moment. And I thought he stepped up great. He had a difficult job having to cover basically the entire field in the wide area. Julian Gaines, I mean, what can you say? I think he's played 1 minute the whole season, and then we put him out there, and I know he didn't go 90 minutes, but he basically went 90 minutes. And he had it's unbelievable to see a player like him because he had multiple challenges tonight. They switched the sides of their wingbacks, and now let's say in the second half he was basically going up against Lucho Costa and Orellana. I mean, two top players in this league, and did a really good job. So we see it every day with him, but just to have him come out and do it under the bright lights was a really positive. And then again, you see the quality, I think, of Johnny on the ball, and there's maturity coming from Johnny as he gets more time, especially from the tactical side of the game. He was asked to really have to do some defending, some hard defending work, and he rose to the occasion and gave everything he had and left it all out on the field for us.
Yeah. BJ, I guess, what were you kind of hoping to achieve? What were your biggest objectives with kind of the changes you made to align up the formation tonight with Sam, Hani, and Perez up top, and then the back three as well?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at Cincinnati, who's perennially a really good team in the East. They're really well coached. Individually, they've got a lot of good players. And we just thought that the opportunity to move the five in the back would limit sort of their opportunities to get really going in the wide areas. We know Lucho Costa likes to go into the wide areas. He makes a lot of dangerous attacking plays, whether it's on the ball, scoring goals. So that was to just try and at least keep that from happening. And then we tried to work in a situation where we wanted to force the ball a little bit down the middle or invite the side center backs to come forward. And I think there was moments where we were able to see that when they come forward, there was opportunities to transition in behind. I think from a game plan standpoint, the guys did a great job of executing and communicating and being committed through that, and adjusting and adapting on the fly. But I thought there was enough opportunities out there. I mean, we were able to score 2, we gave up 2. and we're probably both saying that we should have scored one or two more each.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, do you have another one?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me.
Sorry. I thought you had somebody else there. But you and Pat Noonan both came from a Philadelphia Union organization that has been able to produce coaches and general managers. And I guess, do you have anything to say on that? Did you overlap with Pat at all when you were there? And did you have any conversation with him tonight about Philadelphia maybe?
Yeah, so Pat and I did overlap for a year in Philadelphia. I think both of our stays were instrumental in sort of developing us as coaches. You know, he's had the opportunity to also coach under Bruce Arena, who I'm sure has developed him a little bit. I've had other influences with Greg and as well as Jim. And so, you know, I think that was on both of our journeys of becoming head coaches in the MLS, we've had a lot of influences. And our time in Philly, you know, I think was obviously positive for both of us. We had a chance to catch up just before the game. You know, and it's funny because we are coaching, we are competing against each other, but back in our normal lives, we are friends too. So, you know, we keep in contact, not just tonight, but throughout the year, because, you know, I'm proud to call him a friend, then a colleague, and then a competitor.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you taking the time. Taylor, what?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I mean, 3-game week, and you know our goal was 9 points. So, I think to come away with 7 points, definitely, it feels good. It feels amazing. You know, proud of the boys and all the shifts that they've put in, and you know the history with Cincinnati is crazy. You know, one of my good friends found out that we were playing them, and she was like, "Oh, I got to come to the game." She was part of the media conglomerate or whatever back in USL, and they were so mean to her. And she's like, "I got to come." And I think the rivalry that we've established with them is something good, and something especially towards the end of the season when we need points. It boosts the level that we want to play at, and I think it gave the fans something special tonight.
Taylor, you speak of the rivalry you have with Cincinnati. You obviously have been there from the moment it started, even before MLS. Have you told the guys who are maybe new to this about it? Have you explained to them that these games kind of get a little more edgy than usual?
I think they know it, you know. I think especially from years past, like it's always been a battle with them, you know, no matter where they were in the standings. I can remember, I think it was 2 years ago when we were away, we were down, was it 3-1 at halftime, and we come back 6-3, right? I mean, that was crazy. That was so cool. I mean, Ake Lopa scored. Like, all these incredible things happened. Randall scored a banger. Like, you know, I think guys can look at this game and know, you know, especially since we have so many guys from that year of 2020. They've played for 4 years, and, you know, it's always been something special. So I think they know.
Taylor, it seemed like, you know, the first few games under BJ were kind of, you know, you guys got a lot of chances to get the ball in the penalty box a lot, but weren't able to convert. I guess, what do you feel has changed over the last week, the last 3 games, is, you know, helped you know, put away some of those chances that you guys have been getting? Yeah,
I think we're doing things in training where, you know, we're building into certain phases where we're finding, you know, the prime assist zones and, you know, trying to find Sam and Hani and guys crashing. And, you know, the only reason I make that run is because BJ told me, you know, it's like we've studied them and we've studied how we want to play, and that was one of the runs that I knew going into this game that we were going to have to make. And I always give credit to Dan Levis because he's always behind me telling me make the box. So big thanks to him. And yeah, we're very happy to be firing on all cylinders, and Sam Surridge is doing what he does best.
Taylor, I don't intend to answer my own question when I ask you this, but you probably tell me, well, I got to be ready, even if I'm on the bench.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not easy. Honestly, it's just not easy to be on the bench and just come out to any game, especially not a game like this, which is a derby,
yeah.
You know, the rivalry. And then not only that, but how do you actually perform that well? You know, coming from the bench, like you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, I give all glory to God. You know, I think whether I'm in the 20 or not, you know, wherever I'm called to be is where I'm called to be. You know, I got an Irish mother and a little bit of Irish in me, so, you know, everything I use as fuel. And, you know, I was very excited and very blessed to be able to play my part today. And, I think when you surrender things and you give all glory to God and go out there and work for the team, you work for this city, you work for the fans, especially on a night where it was appreciation to them. And having been here for so long, I count them as like family, So, I thank God because it's by His strength and His will that I was able to be ready and impact the team.
Taylor, normally in years and I guess months past in the old regime with Gary, you play that left back more of a hard left back role.
Mm-hmm.
With BJ, you kind of have a little bit more freedom up top.
Yeah.
You know, be in the attack more.
Yeah.
You kind of like that role. You getting a little used to that. Is it you feel more freedom under BJ Callaghan?
We were training yesterday and we found a lot of joy with getting me high, and I could use a lot of terminology that is soccer stuff, but. For me, I think it was great. I think the way that Dan opens up, he's able to find Sam in the pocket. I'm able to run off it, even off goal kicks. Sam was battling, man. Like, this guy was going up for it, and just every time he's like, T, just go off on the seconds. So, I was glad I was able to work today. And but yeah, I mean, the system was great today. It would have been great to get 3 points, but we'll take one. Also, shout out Miss Bree. She makes the best smoothies. Oh, slushies. I gotta go. Thank you, guys.